what is PTSD in the first place? Well, PTSD literally stands for post-traumatic stress disorder. In other words, PTSD refers to what I like to think of as the trauma after the trauma. PTSD occurs when the original trauma starts and stops, but the ongoing effects of the trauma cause even more problems than the original trauma itself. And that's precisely why it's called post-traumatic stress disorder. PTSD has 4 different categories of symptoms. The first category of symptoms, what they all have in common, is these are different ways in which the person who survived the trauma continues to re-experience the trauma. And this happens intrusively. So one way that happens is memories of the original trauma just happen to show up, appear when the person doesn't want them. The person isn't trying to actively think about the trauma. It just happens. Another way this can occur is when the person dreams about the trauma. In other words, has nightmares. What can also happen is when the person experiences what's called a flashback. Flashback happens when the person literally feels like they're re-experiencing the trauma in real time. So obviously they're not, but it feels like it. Another way a trauma survivor can re-experience the original trauma is whenever there's a trauma reminder, something that makes the person remember the original trauma and therefore have an emotional or physical reaction to it.